Spencer was like, grab anything you want to keep. And I was like, how do you choose? You know, like my brain actually stopped working because I was so overwhelmed with.
Not all Americans know that California used to look different, with a massive lake right in the middle. Over the centuries, it got smaller, and as a result of US government mistakes, it completely disappeared. This ancient lake, known as Lake Corcoran, was formed many centuries ago by rainfall and melting glaciers that filled the Central Valley. At some point, the waters of the lake reached a critical level and broke through to the Pacific Ocean, leaving in its place a dried-up valley and Lake Tulare, which remained the largest freshwater lake west of the Mississippi and the sixth largest in the entire United States. In turn, the valley turned out to be extremely fertile and quickly became one of the most productive agricultural regions in the United States. But due to the lack of rainfall, farmers, backed by government support, began using Lake Tulare to irrigate their fields. Despite warnings of the impact, the government continued to fund projects and build dams to redirect water from the lake and its feeder rivers for agriculture, causing a dramatic drop in water levels and the lake's near-complete disappearance.
Tunnels under Hollywood.
Okay.
Do you believe in them? Do you think they exist?
They're real.
Really? I knew I would
Now
get.
I'm just pissed I'm not invited.
There's so many different tunnels. Because
Do you think celebrities really use them? Do you think people really use them?
yes,
You think it's the 1%? Like you think it's just like the
it's definitely the 1%. We built our city on top of a city that kind of already existed, so there's just a lot under there. And the problem is I've been invited to this scenario. I felt like the sickest, most led feeling ever, and I've never gone down those routes.
I honestly believe all of this Diddy stuff is real and darker than it's even shown.
Yes, I'm glad people are finally seeing it. I think it's because all we do is know his music, and he's great. We actually see someone as a monster. It's like holy, like yeah. I
Kim
think
Porter, right?
they offed her absolutely. Allegedly. Yeah.
Does it ever scare you to say things like this?
No,
But I guess
I have no fear, which is why I don't think they've taken me out.
a while where people really thought you were Illuminati. I'm not
We
sure.
may still hang out sometimes. I'm just not going to be a Hollywood puppet and entertain anything dark or elite. Tried to blackmail and coerce me over and over and over to do horrible things, and I'm just not a horrible person.
California Wildfire 2025, A Story of Devastation and Resilience, January 2025. California, a land of golden coastlines and thriving cities, is gripped by a catastrophe. Fueled by extreme drought, scorching heat, and relentless winds, wildfires have turned paradise into an inferno. This is the story of the California Wildfire of 2025, a tale of devastation, loss, and the unbreakable spirit of humanity. The fires began early in January, sparked by a deadly combination of factors. Years of severe drought had left California's vegetation bone dry. Record-breaking heat waves and the infamous Santa Ana winds created the perfect storm.
What we know right now is that the incident started here, and about 30 minutes later, a suspect was detained over in Woodland Hills area by citizens.
So someone purposely set the Kenneth fire?
At this time, that's what we believe, yes.
Do you know how or why they did that?
That I don't know.
Is this a crime scene right now?
Yes.
So everything's closed off?
It's being investigated as a crime.
Let me just say that, as you see here, the chief and I are lockstep in our number one mission. And that mission is to get us past this emergency right now. We want to make sure that we save lives, we save housing, we save businesses.
You know, people are literally fleeing. People have lost their lives. Kids lost their schools. Families completely torn asunder. Churches burned down. This guy wanted to politicize it. I have a lot of thoughts, and I know what I want to say. I won't. I stood next to a president of the United States of America today, and I was proud to be with Joe Biden. And he had the backs of every single person in this community. He didn't play politics, didn't try to divide any of us.
Finally, your message to the folks here, to this community.
I mean, we have their backs, and we're going to be back, and this is going to be a long recovery process. But look, we have residents moving back into Paradise, California. I've seen remarkable recovery efforts. I've seen remarkable sense of community, purpose, resilience. So, I'm not just playing the politician role of optimism. I really am long-term optimistic. But the devastation to hear people wailing and crying, concerned about their pet, their family, they're just bewildered about what they're experiencing. And again, not just experience. I was not talking past tense. This is happening in real time. 0% containment.
don't mind if we don't come up on traffic, you can handle. Copy.
Oh, huh.
70, 980. Hey, it appears the fire reached the top of that knob where the dozers were sitting.
We saw an apartment building engulfed in flames. I saw the fire engine pull up this afternoon, a fire captain have one of his firefighters attach a hose to a hydrant, and that hose didn't fill up, Alex. And I asked the captain, out of every 10 hydrants you attach to today, on average, how many are you getting full water from? He says little to none. And it was at that point that really the whole crew stopped, looked up at this apartment building, and they realized there was nothing they could do except...
Fire Chief message. We're seeing conditions unlike anything we've dealt with before. It's not just one fire. It's a series of infernos spreading faster than we can contain. Among the worst hit areas were Los Angeles County, San Diego, and the Sierra Nevada foothills. Flames raced across the landscape, leaving devastation in their wake. The human cost was staggering. Over 28 lives were lost, and countless others were forever changed. Entire communities were forced to evacuate, leaving behind their homes and memories. Evacuee message. We had just minutes to grab what we could. I've lost my home, but I'm grateful my family is safe. Shelters were overwhelmed with thousands of displaced residents. First responders worked around the clock to save lives, often risking their own.
Never stop dreaming, keep reaching for the stars. Believe in yourself, you'll go far. No matter what they say, just keep pushing through. Never stop dreaming, your dreams will come true. Never stop dreaming, never give up. Keep chasing your dreams, never stop. Is the genre, and in English we'll sing our song forevermore.
This is their second visit today. We were here earlier today and they were serving food anonymously. No one knew they were serving food.
Kind of hard to see this anonymous.
With masks.
They're so recognizable.
Well,
with masks,
with masks
a little bit more.
And anonymously, and they didn't come out here for publicity. They came out here to work, and then we went to visit some of the families in the impacted area and view firsthand some of the impacted area, and then they wanted to go visit the first responders and personally thank them for their efforts to help our families and our neighbors.
Volunteers and the Red Cross are providing food, water, and supplies. Newsom is, of course, the wife of California Governor Gavin Newsom. At last count, more than 800 evacuees were seeking services at the center there, and that's Josh Friday as well. He's the chief.
We always stand with the U.S., with California, with your communities, and with our Mexican community, the U.S. and Canada.
God bless. We're very grateful.
Amid the chaos, authorities in Southern California arrested a man suspected of burglarizing evacuated homes. Dressed in a Butte County firefighting jacket, the man allegedly used the disguise to access restricted areas. His actions highlighted the darker side of disaster, where opportunists exploit vulnerability. Wildlife fleeing the flames, rescued pets, and rehabilitated animals. The wildfires didn't just impact humans. Animals, both domestic and wild, were caught in the chaos. Thousands of acres of habitat were destroyed, leaving wildlife displaced and vulnerable. We're seeing a lot of injured wildlife, from birds with burned wings to deer suffering from smoke inhalation. The devastation is heartbreaking. The financial toll of the 2025 wildfires is estimated at over $250 billion. Nearly 16,000 structures, including homes, schools, and businesses, were destroyed.
They gotta go.
They gotta go. You know what? They gotta go. I don't give a damn if they do. After what I've seen last week, they gotta go. I'm done. I'm done, Kevin. I'm done.
Steve, sometimes there are natural disasters you can't do a damn thing about. When a hurricane hits your house down in Florida, what can you do? Are you yelling at the politicians to stand out there and stop the winds?
Kev, I'm not going off about the fires. The fires is not their fault. But when firefighters are standing there and saying there's not enough water in the fire hydrant.
That's true.
When Donald Trump asked for water to be pumped from Canada into the LA system and Gavin Newsom opposed that. When you're hearing about environmentalists compelling him to protect smelt and little fish and salmon at the expense of LA citizens, of California citizens, Kevin, I don't need much else than that. I just don't. Maybe you're nicer than me. Maybe I'm too cruel. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
We're off to a pretty rough start for this new year. This is just a nightmare tragedy beyond anything that I could have comprehended, or probably anybody else. This is not a question of blue states or red states, Republicans or Democrats. This is humanitarian, and this is really, really a major crisis. I know some people talk about the movie stars that have lost their homes, but a hell of a lot of other people have too. People that work in the industries, who just make an hourly wage, that have lost their homes and possibly don't have any insurance. So I've asked the board to make a contribution that I'm going to match. So try to get the ball rolling there.
Biden is directing federal aid to help battle the fires and help victims get back on their feet.
I told the governor and local officials, spare no expense to do what they need to do and contain these fires.
Instead of 75%, the president says the federal government will pick up the entire tab for 2 grants that cover things like fire trucks, planes, and firefighter salaries, as well as disaster assistance, which gives immediate cash payments to people who lost everything.
I'm also surging all federal resources possible to Southern California, including 400 additional federal firefighters, over 30 firefighting helicopters and planes.
Your home did survive. How did you manage to do that?
I was able to, after the last brush fires that got close to us a couple years ago, I bought these cheap sprinklers, the ones that wave back and forth, and bought hoses, had them ready, popped them up on my roof, turned them on. I sprayed down a fire retardant on the side of my house, and I left. Got out with my family. I got trapped by the flames going down Sunset. It was difficult. It was like Afghanistan type difficult. But what happened is, because I had those sprinklers up there, the flames came down the hill, and you could see from where the sprinklers arced in the backyard that the flames came right up to that water and stopped.
Shortly, Mary Beth McDade is with us live near the beaches at Will Rogers State Beach, the command post where we heard from officials earlier. I understand you have someone to talk to, Mary Beth.
As if, the two of them might want to really be helpful. As I saw actually Meghan Markle stoop down and take off the lid of a plastic bin. Do they want to really get down and dirty?
This is their second visit today. We were here earlier today, and they were serving food anonymously. No one knew they were serving food.
Kind of hard to see this anonymous.
With masks.
They're so recognizable. With masks, a little bit more.
And anonymously, and they didn't come out here for publicity. They came out here to work, and then we went to visit some of the families in the impacted area and view firsthand some of the impacted area, and then they wanted to go visit the first responders and personally thank them for their efforts to help our families and our neighbors.
Mayor, they're an example of... Angelina, how are you? Are you concerned about any of the fires that are going on?
Yeah, we're having people at our house.
Okay, thank you. Anything else any donations you're giving or anything?
I will. Right now I'm taking care of people close to me and having them at my house.
Thank you, Angelina. Have a good night, okay? Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, take
Thank you. Yeah, good night. Thank you.
My nose is running. I've been crying. Well, I kept saying I wanted to declutter. And the universe was like, oh, you want to declutter? Let me help you out with that. Let me give you the ultimate cleanse. The ultimate decluttering. Well, people, my house is gone. It's gone. It burnt down last night. I was preparing for the worst because I'm on a text group with my beautiful neighbors in Altadena, and we were seeing videos coming in from my neighbors' cameras showing the fire encroaching. So, yeah, me and about, I'm going to say 7 or 8 of our neighbors lost our houses last night. So I lost pretty much, me and Nina lost everything we owned except for what is in our suitcases that we bought to Canada for Star Trek. And yeah, we lost all those memories. You know, it's been a sad time, but also I feel blessed at the end of the day. I do feel blessed. I have somewhere else to stay. I've got this beautiful property in Costa Rica that we literally just furnished yesterday. It's like the fucking universe was like, you know what? You're going to stay where you are for a bit. I really feel like, I kept saying to Nina, I want to go back to LA for a couple of weeks. I want to go back to our home. I miss our home. I want to go back for a couple of weeks. And Nina kept saying, I don't think it's safe to be back in America right now. And I was like, but let's just go to our house. Our neighbors are wonderful. Let's just go back and just... And she kept saying, it's not safe. And it's not safe to be in America. And then we saw news of Meta fucking deciding to take away protection against hate speech on their platforms. And America basically descending into a fascist state. And I thought, well, maybe she's right. And then our house burnt down. It feels like the universe is sending us a message like, bitch, stay the fuck where you are. You don't need to be in America right now. I really feel that. I feel sad. We've lost our beautiful home and all the memories created there. And my memorabilia. It's not even about the house. It's, I had all my flyers and posters from my very first shows back in '95 to present day. All my Bob Hart's Abishola memory. It's all that stuff that I'm upset about. Not so much the house. The insurance will pay out eventually, or maybe not, because they're going to try and stop. The insurance companies, they're all fucking criminals. They're going to try not to pay out. But eventually we'll rebuild that house, but it's all the other stuff that can't be replaced. But we're safe, people. Me, the ninja, the pups, we're safe. We feel blessed. We're safe. We can shelter elsewhere. I'll be in Canada anyway, filming Star Trek, so we have somewhere to live. But our house is ashes. And I feel like it's indicative of what's happening in America right now. I feel like my dead grandma, if you guys read my book, you know what I'm talking about. My dead grandma and the universe are kind of protecting us against what is happening in America right now. And basically, but all my friends from London called on WhatsApp. I did a big group call, and I was overwhelmed by the love outpouring from my friends and all of you guys on Instagram and Facebook. I'm overwhelmed by all the love that's coming at me, and I'm grateful for you guys. I appreciate you guys, and yeah, here's to a new chapter, because this is basically a new chapter. We're gonna have to start again from scratch. Everything we owned was in that house. Everything. If you guys see me wearing the same jeans or the same 5 t-shirts for the next 6 months. Don't say shit to me.
This is our house. My daughter actually was born in this house. When you walked in, this was the living room, and then we had a dining room, and the kitchen was right there. As you can see, like the dishwasher's right there. He also lost his house. I'm so sorry. You okay?
Y'all need any help? You want any help? I got water and stuff too if you're thirsty. Something small in the middle of all this helps out a lot. I love the neighborhood, big sense of community, you know, everybody knows each other.
I can't explain how it's done that because I didn't see it. The last minute we just get out, all the cars there was burned.
No, just let it burn and hang up praying man.
Hey babe, I need you to come out here right now. We have a very big problem.
What? Holy shit! Oh no!
Babe, we gotta go.
Oh my god. No! 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 I'm gonna spray the roof. God. Please God save us, save our house, please. Bye.
Operations from Melody City, engine 37. Good, bro.
No! 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 Bro. I feel so sick.
Sick is not the word, bro.
Кореспонденти, наші колеги.
Rebuilding will take years, and life will never be the same for many. Local business owner. We've lost everything. Our store, our livelihood, gone, but we're determined to start over. Battling the fires required a massive coordinated effort. Over 10,000 firefighters, supported by helicopters, water tankers, and even the National Guard, worked tirelessly to contain the flames. Firefighter interview. It's exhausting work, but we're here to protect our communities. We're not giving up. Ordinary citizens also stepped up, volunteering to distribute supplies, provide shelter, and support recovery efforts. Amid the devastation, nature provided a silver lining. Rain arrived in late January, helping to extinguish many of the fires and bringing hope for regrowth. Equal sign, community leader interview. We've been through so much, but we're resilient. Together, we'll rebuild and come back stronger. The California wildfire of 2025 will be remembered as one of the most devastating in history. But in the face of unimaginable loss, the spirit of humanity shone brighter than ever. California will heal, rebuild, and rise from the ashes.
In the brightness of day, your love surrounds me every single way. Forever faithful, forever true. Your love endures, it's always new. In every season, in every storm, you're my anchor, you're my song. Through the valleys deep and wide, through the mountains I must climb. Your hand guides me with every step of time. Forever faithful, forever true. Your love endures, it's always new. In every season, in every storm, you're my anchor, you're my song. There's no end to your love, no limit to your grace, forever and in the brightness of day, your love surrounds me.
Right here. This is where it's gotta be. This is, oh my God. What? I've never, look at this. Beyond comprehension.
In every storm, you're my anchor, you're my song.
Yeah, let's get out of
Through
here.
the valleys deep and wide, through the mountains I must climb.
Yeah, when this tree falls.
Your hand guides me with every step of time. Forever faithful, forever true. Your love endures, it's always new. In every season, in every storm, you know my silence alive. In the brightness of day, your love surrounds me every single way. Forever faithful, forever true. Your love endures, it's always new. In every season, in every storm, you're my anchor, you're my song. Through the valleys deep and wide, through the mountains I
such an incredible charity, what they do for animals, and they're doing so much work.
Fans quickly praised Hilton for her extensive volunteer efforts.
These are our babies, and we're going to find your owner.
We decided to evacuate because we were under a warning, and then we kept getting an alarm. We donated clothes. I literally emptied out my pantry to take down to the places that are accepting donations. So many friends who've lost a lot, homes, and I know it's not things, it's just memories and, things that people have worked really hard for.
Anything people keep saying is like unreal, and it doesn't seem. Sorry, I'm in shock. It's just gone. That's everything. But I'm glad my family got out, and I feel this is such a great community, and it's just I really am like at a loss for words. I mean, yeah,
This is just devastating for everyone. I'm so sad. I just have a deep sadness today. My family and I are safe. Our home made it through the night, and we are feeling so blessed and so fortunate and so lucky. And just praying for everybody else. We're all so lucky that more people weren't hurt or trapped in the fires. I think we're gonna go back to our house. It's a mess, but it's fine. It's still there.
And this isn't the time to be taking advantage of situations, and it's also illegal to take advantage of a natural disaster. I think it should be exposed, but we're having landlords taking advantage of the situation. I had a client, we sent him to a house that was asking $13,000 a month. He offered $20,000 a month, and he offered to pay 6 months up front. And the landlord said, no, I want $23,000 a month. There are price gouging laws in California that are just being ignored right now. And
we're out here doing what they said they would do. We're giving back to the community. We've got everything you can imagine.
Halle Berry and her boyfriend, Van Hunt, have volunteered to support families displaced by the devastating LA fires. The actress, 58, and musician, 54, volunteered at the coop, helping sort clothes and essentials for fire victims. The couple spent the morning packing donations, including clothing and toys, while assisting evacuees in finding resources.
Hey everybody, I'm here with Nikki Kehoe, plus the coop. We're out here doing what they said they would do. We're giving back to the community. We've got everything you can imagine.
We're stocked, we're ready for you to come. We've got kids, men's, women's, everything you might need. Please come, we'll put our arms around you. We will get you what you need. We will fill bags of brand new things that will hopefully make your life a little easier.
Toys, baby stuff, anything you need. And if you don't have a bag, come here, we'll give you a bag to take it away with. If you can't come here, send somebody on your behalf. You can also reach out to us, DM me personally too. We've got people who get it sent to you.
With over 100,000 evacuated and the death toll at 24, Halle Berry and Van Hunt's efforts are making a difference in the ongoing crisis. While several A-listers lost their million-dollar homes, most of the people affected by the fires are neither famous nor wealthy.
Good morning. Thank you for all your well wishes. I'm in a hotel. I don't have a home anymore. My house is gone. It's literally gone. I've been crying all night. Thank God everybody is safe. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to compartmentalize this. I don't know what to do. All my stuff, all the last 5 years of my life. So the only thing I can do is go to work, and I'm gonna go to work today, like I go to work every day. And I'm gonna rebuild it, I think. I don't know how.
We want to be very aggressive, proactive in anticipation of rain. I released an executive directive yesterday about how we are beginning in a proactive way in anticipation of rain to make sure that if rain does come, that it doesn't add further to the crisis that we've been in. There's a lot of hazardous materials, toxics, that could go into the ocean. And so what we're doing here today with city workers is getting ready to fill sandbags that will be placed in the area specifically for Palisades. Individuals could pick up sandbags at their fire stations.
Whether you've always called Los Angeles home or you've made this place your home, this is our town. And when disaster hit, people remembered what matters most, thinking beyond themselves to help each other.
Thousands of people are currently fighting the wildfires in Southern California. It really is something to see.
Donation centers like this one flooded with much-needed supplies and volunteers eager to help.
This community has stepped up in such a phenomenal way. We are seeing the best of Californians.
At the end of the day, all we have is each other. Hard times like this, we need all the love, you know?
We stick together when it's time to stick together.
These are acts of love. This is what our community needs. This is what mutual aid is. This is what unity is.
I just know we're going to come out stronger. That's who we are. We're just going to come out stronger. I'm firm on that.
And I think that's probably one of the best messages. We have grown as a community because of this tragedy.
We're all better off when we're working together to take care of people and to make sure people are supported. We're empathetic, and we're here not just in the immediacy of the crisis, but we're here after the crisis in this community. And we've got to let people know we have their back. We're going to be back. We're going to do it efficiently and effectively. Don't turn your back. We're all in this together.
Living in other places, we want to share some of the more uplifting stories from our fire-ravaged town.
It's known as the City of Angels for a reason. In the midst of the destruction, embers of hope as the community and beyond unites to offer help.
In times of need, you look for the helpers. The view from Air 7, clear evidence of the massive community support.
We stick together when it's time to stick together.
We are giving away free food, diapers, coffee.
That is a human conveyor belt. Those boxes they are passing are filled with supplies.
Donations have been pouring in at centers throughout Southern California. It is a grassroots effort. Everything from toiletries and clothing to bottled water.
We have diapers, we have supplies, we have everything that you possibly could need.
We got like 600 hot dogs. So that day we gave like 600 hot dogs to the fire department. Whoever came, honestly, it was open for whoever was affected.
These street vendors went on TikTok Live and truly changed everything.
A free store for people who have lost everything, who have been affected by the fires, to come and take what they need to replenish their wardrobes.
I came across this vehicle right here, which says chicken noodle soup for the soul.
I was stunned. We've had close to 5,000 people in Los Angeles go online to Red Cross to volunteer. Extraordinary.
One of the main things is emotional and spiritual care. I just walked around the inside there and talked and sat and looked at a bunch of people in the eye. And just being present with them is one of the best things you could do.
The Pasadena Humane Society is caring for more than 300 animals from the Eaton fire evacuations. The donations were so great, the shelter cannot accept any more pet supplies.
Victor Edgar Rapella put out the most heartfelt donations, toys.
It's really important because as a kid, I didn't have any toys, and it's so nice like having some kids having fun.
Hundreds of people showed up to clean up the Rose Bowl's debris-cluttered public parks.
The tears you see are of gratitude for people volunteering out of the kindness of their own hearts.
These two incredible people lost their home in the wildfire this week, but they are here today. They are helping feed people that have lost just as much as they have.
A lot of us, we come from the streets. A lot of us were homeless in LA. We got a second chance at life, so it's only right to give back.
Nico, his house burned down. He's also been helping people.
I see the community mobilizing. I see people making phone calls. I see people coming here and saying, how can I volunteer?
We're born for this moment. We were born in response to the AIDS crisis. We have the COVID crisis. Now we have the fire crisis. This is what we do. We show up.
In the worst moments of humanity, the best of humanity always shows up.
Yes, definitely. The best of humanity always showed up. I want to send out a special prayer to each and every person that is affected by the California fire. I pray to God that you guys will see blessing coming to you guys very soon. Thank you. And I just pray for each and everyone, all the firefighters that are out doing their best to help and save everyone. Please guys, like the video and share it if you can. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.